This video was made possible by the good folks at Next Level Racing. To purchase a cockpit setup like mine or any other Next Level Racing products, check out nextlevelracing.com. What's up guys, it's Mike for SimRacing604. Welcome back to the showroom here in Assetto Corsa and introducing for the first time the VRC Chevrette. This is a paid mod for Assetto Corsa from VRC. VRC has made some of the best recent mods for Assetto Corsa. They do fantastic work. I was very happy with their Formula E mod. They've recently undertaken some vintage prototype cars actually, and they all turned out great. And historically, they've done a bunch of open wheelers as well. And VRC continues to just really nail it, and they have excellent attention to detail and really one of my favorite modding teams. So they've undertaken this project. They're calling it the American Racing Championship Series, so we should be getting a number of cars of this class. This one is the Chevrette, and let's talk a little bit more about the car itself. So some of you may immediately recognize this Chevrette as being a Camaro, a Chevrolet Camaro from the late 80s, built out to GTO spec, IMSA GTO. So we're talking about 600 horsepower and a shade over 700 Newton meters of torque driving those rear wheels. So of course, as you would imagine, with a late 80s American car built out to racing spec, it can be a real handful to keep the rear tires planted on the track. So the IMSA GTO series, this American Racing Championship Series, raced at a number of tracks, albeit some of them not in the modern configuration, but you can find races on YouTube from Mid-Ohio and Road America and Lime Rock, and there's just some really exciting racing there, and it was sort of a breath of fresh air for those who were just sort of used to seeing cars of a similar spec race at ovals primarily thanks to NASCAR. So very cool addition to Assetto Corsa here to have a car like this, and let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get this out on track and test drive it. Alright guys, so here we are trackside Road America with the Chevrette. Let's take a quick look at the suspension options, the setup options here. 5 gears, as you can see, fully customizable individually, and a final gear ratio. Only one set of tire compounds here, the Goodyear road tires, or Good Roads as they call them here. Fuel is adjustable default to 50 liters, goes all the way up to 120 liters. Aero, there's 2 spoiler options. We'll take a quick look here. Looks like a lower downforce and a higher downforce. Pretty simple. Alignments, dampers, suspensions, there's a lot you can tweak here. And then just the usual differential settings and brake power, brake bias, and steer assist. So let's get out there on track. You can hear that's a wonderful, wonderful sound. From this high output racing V8 engine. It's too much for the rear tires sometimes. And just opening lap here, so we'll give lots of braking distance here into corner 1. This can be a deceptively hard corner. A little bit of lip shifting there. And we'll get to open it up here. We should hit 5th gear. You can see we're quickly going past 250 kilometers an hour. Still lots to go in this 5th gear, 5th and final gear, I should say. So I've done a few warm-up laps with this Chevrette, and I can tell you it's a real pleasure to drive. Actually, pleasure is perhaps the wrong word. It's an impressive drive, very nicely detailed, very nicely done by VRC. These guys don't really seem to miss. They do excellent work. But I do have one main issue with the Chevrette, and that is that I think it should have been released as part of a pack. Because what you have here is a fantastic car that you can't really do much with. It's not the best hot lapping car. You know, it's not like there's some mark you'll be trying to beat. Like, you know, if you had a GT2 RS or something, you'd be, of course, throwing it around the Nordschleife as fast as possible. But this car, it's not really a hot lapping car. It's not something you immediately associate with hot lapping. But that's all you can really do with it because there's nothing else in its class currently. So my wish is that, especially at the $4.50 US price point, is that they had held off until there was a pack available. With that said, it's definitely a very nice car. And VRC, like I said, has done an excellent job with it. These guys don't miss. I mean, everything they take on, especially in the last year or so, has been just exceedingly good. So we'll do one more lap here, guys. Doesn't take much to defeat the traction at the rear tires with this giant V8 engine. So best to err on the side of caution on corner exit. And it's deceptively fast. It doesn't seem like I'm going that fast, but you look at how quickly I surpassed the 200km/h mark. This car is definitely no joke. Down into second gear here. And very wide on the exit. Shades of understeer there. Hard over the curb. So difficult car to drive fast, not particularly difficult to just sort of manipulate and have fun with around the track. But I think if you're trying to squeeze tenths and hundreds of seconds out of this car, you'd have your hands full, that's for sure. Alright, so like I said, we'll finish up this lap here, but overall, guys, I'm very happy with the Chevrette. I think that VRC has done a tremendous job, but my advice to them for future, if they're going to take on projects like this is best included as part of a pack, and I know they're working on it. I know there's a lot more coming in this department. Just perhaps would have been nice if we had at least one more car to work with, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, finishing the lap up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to enjoy a full volume replay here, and I think you'll really like that. Car sounds fantastic. And we'll see you next time.